Another Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video, wherever you are, whatever you may be doing. Thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd Family part of your day. We greatly appreciate it if you jump on here live here on this hump day evening. Yes, it's hump night, and I don't mean that dirty way. Feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Make sure to give the video a like, a thumbs up. If you haven't, please do so and share the video on all social media platforms. Since it is a Wednesday, it's time for our weekly top 10 countdown. Now, I know that July 4th is not this Saturday, but next Saturday. Hey there, Marcus. Glad to have you back. It's been a while since I've seen your name in the comment section. I know July 4th is next Saturday, but the way I do my top 10 countdowns, you never know what I'm going to talk about when, and especially if I see an article that's a top 10 list that I think is interesting, I'm liable to do it next week and forget all about the July 4th holiday. But I want to do at least one top 10 countdown about July 4th holiday. July's already passed. Hey there, Austin. But if I don't find anything or hear anything that catches my attention, I may do another July 4th focused top 10 countdown next week. But just in case my mind shifts somewhere different, I wanted to go ahead and do one this week so that it don't pass by without a countdown, because typically around holiday time, I always do at least one top 10 countdown about Thanksgiving, one about Halloween, one about Christmas, usually 3 or 4, but at least one. And I don't think I've done a July 4th centered top 10 countdown before, but this is going to be top 10 all-time country songs about America, since we celebrate 250 years next Saturday. And I know there's different genres, and I may eventually one day do a top 10 countdown of songs about America from all genres, but I think everybody knows that country music is the genre of music that hits home the most, that seems real. Of course, I'm always watching some wrestling. Raw, I see bits and pieces of it often, but you asked me this a couple of weeks ago when you were on here, and they're just right now not doing anything that catches my attention. I watch enough to know what's going on, but as far as feeling like anything right now on wrestling, any wrestling, whether it's WWE, TNA, or AEW, that just feels like I can't miss it, I've got to watch it, it's just not there. I don't know if my taste has changed, or if it's just the fact that I've been a referee so long, independent-wise, that I now know what real wrestling is, and the TV product is not that. But there's just nothing right now that piques my interest and makes me feel like, hey, I've got to watch that. If it wasn't for my podcast that I do with my man JJ every week where we talk wrestling, did 2 podcasts this week, and my YouTube channel where I talk wrestling, I wouldn't watch any of it. I mean at all. Because right now, to me, it's just not worth watching. But without further ado, it's the top 10 all-time country songs about America. Number 10, Faith Hill, American Heart. Which, by the way, when you hear number 1, you're probably going to be shocked, because I was too when I heard number 1, because there was 2 songs I had in mind, and I thought for sure one of those 2 would be number 1, and neither one of them was. But this list came out July 4th of last year, so not quite a year old, but about as recent as you can get, and it came from Taste of Country, which I feel like if you want a list of anything country, especially country music, you'd go to Taste of Country. Number 9, American Kids from Kenny Chesney. Number 8, Waylon Jennings, In America. Number 7, American Saturday Night from Brad Paisley. And number 6, Willie Nelson in the Promised Land. Again, 10 through 6, Faith Hill, American Heart. American Kids from Kenny Chesney, Waylon Jennings in America. American Saturday Night from Brad Paisley and Willie Nelson in the Promised Land. Number 5, In America from the Charlie Daniels Band. Number 4, Johnny Cash, Ragged Old Flag. Number 3, one of the songs that I thought would be number 1, courtesy of the Red, White, and Blue from Toby Keith. And I go back quite often, Austin, and watch older wrestling from back when wrestling was actually wrestling. Number 2, the other song that I thought would be number 1, Lee Greenwood, God Bless the USA. And the song that actually is number 1, according to the Taste of Country, and done. As I said, I want to go ahead and do this because the way my top 10 countdowns are so scattered brained and all over the place, I didn't want to not do a July 4th themed top 10 countdown this week and then totally forget about it next week, because if I can do top 10 countdowns about Thanksgiving and Halloween and Christmas, I feel like one can be done about July 4th, especially we celebrate 250 years next week. Marcus, I think since it's country, every song here I know. Now, if I just did, all genres of music and it listed a couple of songs from, music genres I don't like, I might not know them, but there are very few country songs that I don't know unless they've just never been played on the radio. I even know the old country song, You're the Reason Our Kids Are Ugly, which might be one of the greatest country songs ever came out. You're the Reason Our Kids Are Ugly. But I've listened to country music for so long that unless it's a song that's just not on the radio, there's going to be very, very few that I don't know. I was just shocked that it was Brooks and Dunn, Only in America. I thought for sure it'd be Toby Keith or Lee Greenwood. But any countdown that features Willie Nelson is going to be a good countdown. I absolutely love Willie Nelson and always have. But the songs are pretty old. None of them have came out recently. Hey, Jimmy, glad to have you here on this Wednesday night. You just missed top 10 all-time country songs about America, according to Taste of Country, since next Saturday is July the 4th. Well, let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. What do you call an indecisive potato? A hesitator. And that does it for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and